So as we look across pharmaceutical commercialisation and the outsourced market, we're seeing some really strong drivers and trends on a global basis. The main ones are the tailwinds, which have been pushing the sector for a number of years, but have really been in an area of focus over the last 12 to 18 months. The main one of this is how pharma develop and commercialise medicines, becoming more specialised. It's only becoming a more regulated market, and they're getting more attention from global governments and regulators. So what does this mean for the global provider market and the outsourced market? Well, it means that specialisms really get valued more highly. And not only that, but the complexity of what pharma need to commercialise medicine effectively drives that outsourcing decision and remains in an outsourced market. It's very unlikely for that pharma provider to bring that back in-house if it's a really specialist skill that they require. Combined with that is what we've seen from private equity. So they're really coming in and, since the pandemic hit, have really realised more than they did previously what an attractive sector this is to be in. So we've seen an increased flow of capital into this commercialisation sector, lots of new platforms being built, and there's more established platforms continuing with their M&A drive. People have really focused, and investors and acquirers have really focused on a number of key assets in the market, as we're seeing there's been a number of assets which have been coming to market across the whole spectrum, across all sizes, across all geographies. So the ones which are really piquing the high interest are ones which are global, ones with recurring revenues, and ones providing a really differentiated proposition to pharma. So this has kept that supply-demand imbalance at a bit of a shift. So private equity are really focusing in particular on some of those key assets, which is driving valuations to a position which might be historically seen as high, but going forward, if you tie in all of those tailwinds, actually might look more like the normal level of where it will be for years to come.